Hey everyone, this is Kirk here again at OptionAlpha.com. This is the members only video update for April 18th. So in this video, what I wanted to cover is just a little bit of the volatility that's been happening in the market. It seems like every other day is either up or down. That's what it seems like the last week has been. Now, I think we did a pretty good job on entering both of the spreads that we have, and depending on where the futures are going to be tomorrow, we'll try to look at entering another spread tomorrow. But I think we did a pretty good job of entering both of the spreads that we have right now, both on the RUT, which was a couple weeks ago, and then just recently on the SPX, considering that the market has moved upwards. So what I wanted to go over here tonight are a lot of the technical indicators. This is a great summary of everything that I put together here, that I think is going to be really helpful for some of you for a lot of the technicals on the SPX, and also on the Dow Jones, which is down here. It really kind of highlights everything that's going on and helps you get a better understanding of where most of the technicals are. Now, it's not to say that everything is perfect. Uh, as always, I like to use a lot of different technical analysis indicators. I don't think that one is better than the other, but I think that if you put them all together, they can kind of give you a strong signal. So if we look at where both the SPX and the Dow are, you can see that things like RSI, stochastics, MACD, Williams, ADX, Ultimate Oscillator, ROC, CCI index, all that stuff, pretty much neutral to buy. There's a couple that are oversold, sell, so kind of the more faster stochastics, the 9.6. There are showing some little bit of signs of sell signals, but more or less, and the same thing is true of the Dow. The Dow's a little bit slower on the CCI, but I'll get to that chart a little bit later here tonight and show you that it's just about to cross over into a buy signal. But I think that what this really does is help summarize the fact that, generally speaking, we could see higher prices to come. And that's really what it boils down to. The fact that we've had this little minor sell off and we're just on the edge of really getting this thing going again. Now, again, I don't really care which way the market goes, so long as there's a little bit of volatility that we can play along with too. But I think that still, at least for the time being, if we can just inch just a little bit higher from where we are now, and I'll get to that in the charts, then I think it's going to be a good time to, again, get back into more of the puts, and use those as a safer trade as the market continues to head higher. So hopefully this has been really good. This kind of summary, you guys can obviously pause and look back over this video to look at these. So here's the chart of the SPX. Here's really what I'm talking about with the CCI. I put the CCI on here. The one that I use is a little bit longer than the normal one on some of the other indicators. It's a 31 and adjusted up from just recently. I used to use one that was down in the 20s. But adjusted up to 31, it gives a little bit better signal going forward. But you can see that, and again, I think I've highlighted this on multiple videos too, but even when this thing gives us a buy signal, this green arrow, it's actually pretty strong and reliable signal that it gives. And you can see it gave the down signal or the sell signal just as the market was starting to break this trend line, etc., etc. Now we're almost at the point where we're going to get that buy signal again. And really that means that we can start continuing to be comfortable selling puts below the market. I still feel that 1300 is going to be a massive area of support going forward. So even if the market continues to sell off, I still think 1300 on the SPX is going to be a very major area of support should the market fall. If we go over to the RUT, you can see the RUT, same story, different chart. We're almost there on the CCI. We're starting to trend higher. That's good news. We've kind of bottomed out at the same price level right above 775. That's good news. What we need to see now is we need to see the RUT regain this level right here where it failed at yesterday. And that's what we need to see to really get this thing going. Because right now we're still making a bearish retracement, right? We've broken this support level. We've fallen to the next. And now we're retracing that move. We're kind of the kiss of death. So if we don't hold this level, then we could definitely continue lower. But I actually think that what's more likely to happen is that we actually hold this level and possibly cross above it and then bounce off of it and continue higher. Okay, so that's where I'm expecting things to go. But like I said, I mean, most of the things that I'm looking at, they're very, very close. Throw up here MACDs again on the Russell and on the SPX. It's just about ready to turn over, right? So we always get that buy signal or sell signal on MACD with this black line crossing under the dotted red line here. So that's where we get that buy signal or sell signal. In this case, we got the sell back here in February, which actually turned out to be a pretty good sell signal for the RUT. Traded sideways and then traded down. And then you can see we got a buy signal here in the beginning of March. Again, pretty good buy signal here on the MACD. Traded up from there. Sell signal here at the end of March. Again, a very good sell signal. Continue to trade down from there. But now you can see that we're almost to the point now where that black line is going to cross above. And that red line is just going to be slower to the party as far as turning higher. Right? We've already seen some good upward movement and momentum. Right? So now we just need to see things just kind of really confirm. So the reason I want to get this video out to everyone tonight, obviously, was just to highlight some of these things that I'm starting to see on the charts. So I think we did a good job entering our trades, like I said before. If we look at the SPX, obviously, you know, we entered this trade and then the market moved away from our strikes, which was great. RUT is very safe, obviously. So we just need to continue to be a little bit more conservative in our entries, picking the right spots, waiting for the market to be a little bit more overbought or oversold, and getting those right indicators. So I think this has hopefully been a helpful video to show everyone kind of what I'm looking at as far as the technicals that, again, you just have to use a lot of these technicals, use them in your trading, trust that they're going to give you the right signals, right? That's what they're there for. If you're not going to use them, then why even have them on the chart? So I think where we're at now is that we could see another bullish run. There's definitely a pent-up kind of frustration, I feel like, in the market for earnings. You know, earnings have been okay, but guidance has been bad. So if we start to see some companies reporting really strong earnings and better guidance for the next or for the remainder of this year and into next year, then I think that could really spark something in the market. So as always, keep an eye out for trading alerts if the market futures are good tomorrow, meaning if they're going to continue to be lower. They're a little bit lower right now, but if we start to see some sell-off in the morning futures when I wake up and do all my morning routine, then be on the lookout for another trading alert, probably on the put side. So as always, hope you guys enjoy these videos, and please add your comments right below the video here on YouTube, or add your comments in any of the trading alerts. That way everyone can get a feel for what everyone's asking. I get the same comments all the time, so if you have a question, probably somebody else has the same question as well. As always, happy trading.